Boom, what's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larson. Welcome back to Secret MLM Hacks Radio. Today I want to talk a little bit about mainstream MLM advice. If you're like me, you know MLM is an amazing opportunity to grow a real asset for yourself. But you also see that there's huge issues starting to emerge. Like, why haven't big MLMs let tactics change in over 30 years? Or why have they been cutting commissions smaller and smaller? Or even, how dumb is it that old MLM rules say you'll get in trouble when you use the internet to grow your team? These are some of the blaring questions we all face today. This podcast will show you how real MLMers like us are waging war on the old dying methods. And we aren't cheating by only bugging uninterested family and friends. Follow this podcast while I expose the shocking methods I'm using to build my 10,000 person downline and get people begging to join my team daily. Here's to the new tactics without all those old, rusty MLM shackles. My name is Steve Larson, and welcome to Secret MLM Hacks Radio. Hey guys, this episode's gonna be a fun one. What I did is I went on Google, the Googly, and I went and I Googled, hey, how do you win an MLM, or top MLM strategies today, you know, stuff like that. And I grabbed a whole bunch of the blogs that are out there, and I started kind of like power reading through them and finding all the advice they were giving, because a lot of them were like the top 10 steps to be a top MLMer, right? Stuff like that. So I was like looking at the top 10 steps or the top 3 or the top 6 strategies or whatever. And I went through and I started looking at all of them, and I was like, some of them just made me flat out laugh. And what I want to do is I'm going to walk through them here, and just in case somebody's wondering if I'm like throwing rocks here or whatever, I am. Okay, I want to go through and share with you guys some of the strategies like that are being pushed around here. And the purpose of it is because a lot of people who watch this show or listen or have been consuming my stuff or have been in Secret MLM Hacks and become a student, what's interesting is a lot of people, some of them will be like, how have I never known this? Well, look at the information that you have available to you, okay? Please don't feel guilty, don't feel weird. I'm here to help justify that, because anyway, one of the reasons why I started doing this is I started looking to see what kind of information does the MLM world have available to it, or network marketing or direct sales, whatever we choose to call it now. Not much. And I was like, well, I could probably make quite a splash, and we are. Okay, so I'm gonna walk through some of these, and I compiled them. Okay, and we'll go back and forth. I want to talk about some of these. Okay, one of the first things that people are saying will cause success is that you need to find a company with a product that you love. Okay, I love this iPhone. I just love this iPhone, but I have never in my life had this iPhone put money in my pocket. Guys, how much you love your product has nothing to do with your ability to actually make it sell, right? Nothing. Has zero to do with how well it sells. Nothing at all, right? Have you ever walked out in a room and said, I love this product, it's just so awesome, and your true passion is what sells it? Okay, you can get sales like that. It is not very likely, and usually they don't stick very long. Passion does not equal profits. Okay, and when I was in college and we were talking about the entrepreneur space a lot, because I took a lot of entrepreneurship classes, they would say things like, you need to be passionate about what you do. Now, I understand long term that you should feel passion around it because it gets challenging and not much else will pull you through. But passion is not a sales strategy, okay? Passion is not a marketing strategy. You're not gonna get money just because you love the thing that much. Anyway. That was like the number one piece of advice. You have to find a company that you love the product. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, make an effort to share your business and product every day. Okay, or just build a funnel and it'll pitch every moment instead of every day. Okay, set a goal. I think in the last month, we had 3,000 people hit one of my new funnels. 3,000 people? Yeah, I mean, that's 100 people a day. Physically, I wouldn't be able to keep up with that. You see what I'm saying? You can bend time with funnels. That's why it's so powerful. Set a goal for parties or presentations, or just build a funnel. The company should be debt-free. That has nothing to do with how well you can sell it. The company should be debt-free. Anyway. Okay, now these are some good ones. Identify your target market. And I was like, sweet. And I kept reading, and it was like, for example, do you only want friends and family? Do you want people outside friends and family? And I was like, crap, that started good. Another good one, though, was listen and then sell the solution. I actually wholeheartedly agree with that. Okay, listen to people and sell the solution. I wish they had talked more about storytelling, though. Learn how to market. That was a good one. But then when it said learn how to market, it was like, create a big list. I was like, no, of your relationships. Figure out how to stand out from other distributors. I actually really agree with that piece of advice. Figuring out how to stand out from other distributors. You know what's funny is I actually learned this as a door-to-door sales guy, and I was knocking on doors, and it was so hot. So I went over to this restaurant. It was actually McDonald's. It was so hot. I'm selling pest controls in the middle of summer. This was like 6 years ago. And I walk out and I find this. It was like I was just baking, right? It was so hot. I walk in just to stand in the AC. And funny enough, half the other sales guys were in there also, like trying to cool off. I mean, it was really hot. And we were all sitting in there in this McDonald's just sucking up their AC for a little bit, right? And this guy walks up and he goes, "Hey, I need your services. When can you come by?" And since we were a group of salesmen, we were all looking at each other, wondering who's going to take it. And we looked like, no, you take it. No, you take it. You take it. Until suddenly our boss was like pointed at somebody and they got the lucky lay down sale. But that experience didn't leave me. We walked away and I started thinking about it. I was like, it didn't matter who that guy chose. I remember this very vividly. I remember where I was standing actually. It was on the street as I was leaving, walking around. I was like, it did not matter who that guy chose, right? We all sold the same thing with the same product, with the same fulfillment. We had the same trucks. We had the same uniforms. We had the same pitch. We had the same cheesy jokes at the same points in the same pitch, right? Like it did not matter to that guy who he bought from. Now tell me how that's different from MLM distributors. We all sell the same product with the same pitch, with the same scripts, with the same stupid jokes, with the same methods, right? Really, and this is what I realized walking away from that McDonald's that day. I was like, oh my gosh, the other salesmen are actually my competition, right? They're my friend. They were friends and family. Funny enough, I grew up with a good percentage of the people who were also selling pest control that summer. And I was sitting there and I was like, dang, they are my competition. Guys, your upline and your downline is your competition, right? They're part of your competition. There's other things that you also compete with, okay? But it was definitely part of it. Anyway, so finding out how to stand out from other distributors, that was an amazing piece of advice. I wholeheartedly agree with that, and that is what Secret MLM Hacks teaches. Another great one was develop a system for follow-up. I was like, yes, absolutely. If you heard my episode, the last episode, I just talked about that. You need a system for follow-up. It's really typically where you'll make most of your money, both in selling product and recruiting, okay? Some other weird ones. Okay, these are ones I don't agree with again at all. Lead with the product, not the biz. And who cares? Like some people are looking for the biz. Okay, I actually start that way. I don't lead with the product right now. I know that I'll move that way at some point, but I think we just passed like 1,800 people asking to join my downline who I've never met. And I'm leading with the business first, then the product. That's not like a set in stone thing what the person is taking. This was like, I think this is actually from entrepreneur.com. This one definitely was. I think it was the second piece of advice. Bullet point number 2 on the top ways to be successful in MLM, take massive action. That was the strategy. I think it was on entrepreneur.com. The strategy was massive action. What don't you have to do that on? Like, are you serious? That's the big secret? So funny. This is the next one. I heard this one I was at an event. And this guy, the whole event, they were just like, man, guys, we can't wait till this guy gets to show up. He's going to drop some amazing stuff on you, how he's been able to blow up so big. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so cool. I'm so excited about this, so powerful, right? And the time comes, the guy stands up, and I was actually with Colton, and we were sitting there, and this guy stands up, and he goes, guys, here's the big secret on how I've grown my downline so big. When I'm at a restaurant, and everyone's like writing, okay, restaurant. When I'm at a restaurant and I see somebody eating alone, I sit down at the table. And I was like waiting. That was the strategy. Like, what kind of hot garbage? Are you serious? That was the strategy you're going to drop off? Man, this is going to be really easy in the MLM space to go blow it up because these strategies suck. I was like, man, okay, another one that I heard from somebody, this is a huge famous blogger in the MLM space. One of his favorite strategies is to leave business cards on windshields. I was like, that's your strategy? Like, no wonder my stuff looks so crazy. I'm like, man. Anyway, Another one was become a life coach. I don't want to become a life coach. I'm building a business. I'm building an asset. I'm building something that is actually sustainable, right? I am not recruiting anything that has a heartbeat. If I start recruiting people who need the opportunity, I am required to become a life coach. If I start recruiting people who are dying for the opportunity and are begging to be in my downline, they're messaging me. They're not just stopping at my application funnel, my recruiting funnel. They're not just stopping there. They're the ones that reach back out over Messenger. They're the ones that reach back out. Hey, let me in. I'm like, man, guess who I don't have to become a life coach for? That person. It's not that I'm not willing to help, but if I have to be a life coach for thousands of people, that is not a duplicatable thing. I remember one guy, actually, it's one of the first MLMs I was a part of. He's like, this is a passive asset. I was like, dude, you're working 80 hours a week? There's nothing passive about it. He's like, yeah, but he was making a lot of money. He was making a good chunk of change every month. He's like, yeah, but like, it's passive. I was like, there's nothing passive about the way you're doing it, man. And it's because of the types of individuals he's bringing in. Not to judge, not to compare, not to say anyone's better than anybody else, but some people are just in a better spot in life to take action than others. Right? We all know that's true. That's like, anyway. I'm not going to keep going on that. Okay, here's some great pieces of advice. Somebody was like, you should get on YouTube. You should have a newsletter. Yes. You should blog. Yes. Okay. You should evaluate the higher ups. Yes. Okay. But then they botched it. Okay, first of all, before that, having a newsletter, being a podcaster, being a YouTuber, being a blogger. Guys, the reason that's so powerful is because it extends your reach. It actually creates more noise. It helps people say like, oh my gosh, have you seen this guy? Right? I don't need to do this. I will never in my entire life ever have to do this episode again. Right? And there's going to be, by the time I die, probably tens of thousands of people who have heard this episode. You understand what I'm saying? If not hundreds of thousands, right? And that's the whole point. I'm bending time, baby. All right, I don't need to keep going. That's why publishing is such a big deal. You want to attract people to you? Start something like this. One of the easiest ways to do it. Don't even have a great offer. Don't even have a great business and you'll recruit more people. I'm not saying that's ethical or moral or whatever. I'm just saying the reality. Because you'll make more noise, more people will see you. The squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So I squeak, baby, right? I publish a lot. I'm very, very, very cutting. Okay, next one, evaluate the higher ups. And I was like, yeah, totally evaluate the higher ups. If you're trying to see what kind of company, you're trying to figure out how to go be successful with this, yeah, definitely evaluate the higher ups. And it was like, do they call you? And I was like, no, they just killed it, right? Do they call you? Are they as committed to your success as you are? And I was like, no, I'm not responsible for anybody's success. I'm going to help answer questions. I'm going to help solve problems. But guys, like, the best way for me to be successful is to focus on my success. That's one of the greatest fallacies of the MLM space. You'll get more successful the more people you recruit and as you focus down. I get that, okay? But the best way for you to be successful is for you to focus on you and make you better, right? Are they as committed to your success as you are? That's like saying in a marriage that you're going to focus on changing the other person. You see what I'm saying? If you get better, you start healing the relationship a lot faster. You see what I'm saying? It's true for any relationship. That's why I'm so focused on who I want and don't. When any business engagement, I'm saying like, are you ready to pull your weight? Because I'm not going 100%. I'm going to go 50. All right. And then once I can see we're both going 50, then let's both go 100, and we'll go a lot further. Okay. Does that make sense? I require input. I require effort from those I recruit. This is an offer is a relationship. I'm not going to drive to their house, right? Open up their mouth for them, pour in a supplement and something, shake it up and dump it in and swallow for them. You see what I'm saying? They have to put in as well. And for me to say, I'm as committed to your success as I am mine, I understand it. I understand the warm fuzzies it brings, but in my very strong opinion, that is a fallacy that has you recruit people that are probably not a good fit yet. Okay. Now, here's what I do believe you should go and evaluate opportunities on. Okay, if you're trying to find a company to go join, if you're trying to find the success strategies, one of the things that you have to go do is you need to figure out, like, evaluate a company, evaluate an opportunity, evaluate a product on your ability to market it, not sell it, market it. Okay, How can you rank the product? Can you rank your ability to bring it to market? You can have all the passion in the world, but not have a freaking clue on how to market, and you're not going to make any money. It could be the exact opposite, and you have lots of ability to market and have no passion, and you'll make a lot of money, right? The exact opposite is true as well, okay? So what I want you to know is like, every time you're starting to look at your opportunity, every time you're starting to look at like what I should go do, what are the strategies I should be looking at and learning, strategies that cause you to learn how to market the product. You need to have a strategy, in my opinion, before you join any opportunity. How will you market that product? And if you don't know what marketing is, okay, I'm not saying selling. I'm saying marketing. That's different. Marketing is how you get people to your face. Sales is what happens when they're in front of your face. Okay, that's from Joe Polish. My definition of marketing is changing somebody's beliefs and prepping them so they can buy. Sales is presenting the offer and overcoming objections. That's what they are. Okay, and if you don't have a plan on how you're going to get more leads, you're going to die. What does every business need more of always? Cash flow and leads. Those are the two things. Okay, and you have got to have a strategy put in place for those. Next thing, I would evaluate companies and opportunities based on their ability to fulfill. I don't want to spend all this time putting a marketing strategy together and executing it if the company has a hard time fulfilling. If they can't box up the thing and ship it, I don't care how good I can market, I'm going to have a lot of people who are mad, right? I want to evaluate a company and an opportunity based on how well I'm paid, right? I do want to, but I don't, everyone's like, well, what's the comp plan like? Man, I get it, but you got to focus more on how to market the thing than what the comp plan is, right? If I'm not allowed to market on the internet a product who has an incredible compensation plan, I'm still going to make no money. If I have not as amazing a comp plan, but I am allowed to go put this thing on the internet, or I'm allowed to at least say the name, or I'm allowed to create my own front ends, or I'm allowed to create funnels, I'm allowed to create things that attract people to me. If I'm allowed to do that stuff, I'm going to make a ton of money, regardless of how amazing or not amazing the comp plan is. You guys understand that? The whole point of this entire thing is that cash is the byproduct of marketing and marketing alone. Okay? Cash is the byproduct of marketing. You can spend all this time in all the other fluffy areas of MLM. Don't make a business card. Don't make a logo. Don't make a slogan. Don't make a cute saying. Don't make a Facebook group that has like some alliteration about you being some kind of successful MLM thing. The only thing you need to focus on that causes actual, true, real success is sustainable marketing strategies. That's it. That's why I can walk into any company and help them increase their sales. We did a consultation. I did a full-day consultation. I've done it with an insurance company now. I did it with a online clothing boutique. I've done it with a lot of people now. I've done it with oh my gosh, we're totally drawing a blank though. A voice company, a coaching company that teaches you how to sing and speak better. Like, Steven, have you been in those businesses? No! But I know what causes cash. And when I go walk into any business, including MLM, network marketing or direct sales, whatever you call it, okay, it's the same stuff. So go focus on that. To be an entrepreneur is to be a problem solver, okay? And to be an entrepreneur is to know what the marketing strategy is that sells your thing. If you don't know what that is, that's like the reason why you might not be where you want to be right now, okay? Go focus on that stuff. So, in my strong opinion, has nothing to do with, yeah, take massive action, but like, I largely automated most of my businesses. I'm not taking massive action in certain things anymore at all, right? In fact, a lot of stuff. It's because I have systems, right? Anyway, all right, guys. Identify your market. Okay, yeah. Learn how to market 100%. Find a company with a product you love. It helps, but it's not required. The company should be debt-free. What does that have to do with anything about sales? Okay, get a goal for how many parties and presentations you're going to have. No. Make an effort to share your product or business plan every day, or just build a funnel and do it all the time without actually doing it. Anyway, you can see I have a little steam behind this one, guys, but hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Probably the biggest question I get is, Steve, how are you using the internet for your personal MLM today? To be clear, I am, but it's how that matters, and it's how that you're probably interested in. Facebook doesn't easily let you drive ads to MLM, and most MLMs won't even let you say their name on the internet, which is stupid. And yes, despite those and other forces, I am using the internet to grow my personal downline and sell products. MLM is changing, and you're probably feeling that, right? It's why I created a little mini course and a bundle to show you how I'm doing this all today. It's called The MLM Funnel, and you can get it at themlmfunnel.com. I'm doing this because you might not know where to start in all of this, and secondly, because there's a cool new book by Russell Brunson called Network Marketing Secrets that I want you to go get. He's a cool guy, so I'm talking about this book a lot lately. I'm also going to give you a little bribe so you go get the book through my link. How evil of me. When you go to themlmfunnel.com and get Russell's new book, Network Marketing Secrets, I'm going to give you my pre-built recruiting funnel template, the Hack MLM Downline Onboarding course, which is how I auto-train my downline when they join my team. Also a discount ticket to my next event called OfferMind so that you can learn to outvalue your upline and downline. If you want all this for free, just go to themlmfunnel.com now and get a crash course and the pre-built funnel templates that I'm using with my own downline now. Again, just go to themlmfunnel.com and buy Russell Brunson's new book there, and I'll send you all those bonuses for free.